Hi everyone, I hope you all had a good week. Welcome to another What I Ate in a Day on Slimming World. This day in particular, I used all my healthy extra A's, my healthy extra B, and had 14.5 Syns. So starting off with breakfast, which was 2.5 Syns, I had this chocolate porridge with strawberries, and guys, I absolutely loved it. I have actually had it every day this week, so it's really simple and easy to make. It uses your oats, which of course are your healthy extra B choice, and then I mixed my oats with Options hot chocolate, which is low calorie, and it's actually only 2 Syns for 3 teaspoons, and then mix that with my healthy extra A choice with 300 mils of milk. Also added strawberries, which of course are free, and then in this instance I used this syrup, which is half a Syn, but I would say you actually don't need that syrup. It really doesn't add anything to it. So for the rest of the week I just made it with the Options hot chocolate and the strawberries, and it's so nice. I really can't stress this enough. This is probably going to be my go-to breakfast going forward. Absolutely love it. It's really filling as well. It's really lovely. So next up for lunch, we had this quite healthy, I think, 4 Syn lunch, which is essentially sweet potato mash, some veggies, and then some veggie sausages because I'm veggie, and the veggie sausages are just 4 Syns. The rest of it is all free. So just to talk you through the ingredients here, I was just working with what was in my cupboard really. Sweet potatoes, of course, they're free. Quark, that's also free. The veggie sausages, like I said, they're just 4 Syns for 2 sausages, and then all your veg, of course, is free. So just working with what I had in. I had peas, I had sugar snap peas, purple sprouting broccoli, obviously very posh, not really, and then I had chilies just to give it a bit of flavour, a bit of spice, and then asparagus tips as well. Now please do excuse my dirty microwave here, but just wanted to show you how I do my sweet potato mash. I'm all about ease on this channel, so I just basically blasted the sweet potatoes in the microwave, and then I also put the sausages with a bit of fry light on in the oven. Meanwhile, I have chopped up my veggies ready for cooking, and also chopped up some chilies as well. So once the sweet potatoes have been blasted in the microwave, I literally just scoop them out, and then I add a bit of quark and a bit of seasoning, and the quark is in place of butter or cream just to give it that kind of creamy texture, and then pop that in the microwave once it's been mixed, ready to be reheated. Now for the veggies, you can see there I've used a veggie oxo cube, a bit of stock, and that's just again to give it a bit of flavour while it's cooking, to absorb the flavour and just to give it a bit more taste really. And then I cook them in order of how quickly they cook. So broccoli is always first, then I add in after that asparagus, sugar snap peas, and then the peas always last because they always cook quickest. But that's it really for the veggies, nothing too fancy really. Bring it to the boil with the stock in there, and then meanwhile I'm reheating my mash at the same time, and then making sure that my sausages are all nice and cooked. My oven clock is wrong there, I really need to get that changed. But yeah, nice and simple. And then I also just want to show you how I season my veg. I always use the butter fry light because I would love to put butter on my mash, and then season with salt and pepper, and that's it. Nice quick healthy lunch. And yeah, I enjoyed that one. And for dinner, my dinner was completely free using my healthy extra A. It's a nice risotto, and it's basically Parmesan and a load of veg. Very technical there. I'm sure it had a fancier name on the Slim World app, which is where I stole the recipe from, but I've adapted it for one person. So I use risotto rice, as much as you want really, according to instructions, 1 onion, and then garlic and thyme for flavour. Then we've got peas, we have got asparagus, we have got purple sprouting broccoli, but you can use any long stem broccoli really. All of this obviously is free. Then you can also see over there I have got my Parmesan, which is my second healthy extra A choice of the day, 30 grams. Now I've gone for the shaved Parmesan rather than the grated. And veggie stock as well, of course, is also free. Then we've got salt and pepper for seasoning. We've got fry light, good old fry light, and then They actually refer to this differently in the recipe. They did it a different way. Lemon is optional, but I've just grated some lemon for a bit of flavouring. I think they used lemon, I can't remember how they worded it, but it was different. And I've just grated it just for a bit of ease. So first up, what you want to do, get your lemon in the pan, sorry, not your lemon, your onion and garlic in the pan and soften it. And meanwhile, what you want to be doing is boiling your stock, made up to instructions, of course, but you want to boil a decent amount of stock. I'd say, I think it's 1.5 pints. But what you want to do is reduce the heat on the stock, keep it simmering. Meanwhile, you want to add in the lemon and the thyme and the rice as well. And you want it to absorb all of that fry light that you've got in there, just kind of nicely coat it. If it was oil, obviously you'd be fully coating it, but you've got your fry light in there. And then what you want to do is, they say on their instructions, use a ladle and ladle a bit of stock into your mixture there. I'm not fancy enough to have a ladle, so I just used a NutriBullet cup, but use whatever implement you have available to get a bit of stock into your mixture and give it a stir around. And if you've not made risotto before, basically all you want to do is slowly put bits of your stock mixture or into your rice mixture until it's tender and it looks creamy. And what it does is it absorbs that mixture. So when you're on the last bit of your stock and it's looking creamy, what you want to do is, in a separate pan, boil your veg, so your asparagus, your broccoli and your peas. And then while your basically your risotto is finishing, you want to make sure that you are going to then remove those pieces of thyme that you've got in there, because you don't want to be eating those. Then you can pop in your Parmesan once you've turned off the heat, and I always like to save a little bit for the top, so just give that a stir. That'll make it lovely and creamy. Add in that veg that you've just cooked, stir it around, give it a stir around, and season it with salt and pepper if you like that. And then you're ready to serve, and pop on those shaved bits of Parmesan on the top. It's really nice, it's really creamy, and yeah, lovely. Now for my in-betweens, I had this ice cream with brownie. It was 8 Syns in total, and I can't believe it's 8 Syns. It was so nice. So Halo Top, notoriously low Syn, 4 Syns for 118 mils of the sea salt caramel. And then for the brownie, the Fibre One brownie, it's only 4 Syns for that brownie, which is so nice. I don't do anything particularly magical here. All I do is I heat that brownie in the microwave and then measure out my ice cream, and oh, amazing. Really nice. I just can't believe it's so low Syn, because look how much ice cream you get. Trust me, I'm not on commission for Halo Top. I wish I was. But yeah, so nice. Really nice dessert. I could just sit and eat the full pot. But obviously, I did not have the Syns this day. But yeah, it's lovely with the brownie, especially with it being warm. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. I'm loving making these videos every week. If you like watching, please do subscribe and give it a like.